So hey everybody, this is Ted. I'm working on a bow vise review. We already did the unboxing. We have five different vices from 4 companies. And I'm excited because this year I'm going to be tuning my bow. And so now I'm just doing the setup to get these things all lined up so we can put bows in them and try them out. So I'm just going to let you guys watch me get this all set up, maybe fast forward through this, and then we'll get down to evaluating each one of these bow vices. I've got them laying all over the place here, and we're gonna just see how they work, see what we like, what we would call top shelf. So stay tuned. Okay, so we got everything set up here. Here we have the Easy Green vise from Last Chance Archery. We have the Easy vise from Last Chance Archery. This is the Versa cradle from OMP or Baker Archery Products vise. And last but not least, we have the Ram Products vise. So the last 2 are from one company, the other 3 are from 3 different companies. At Eagle Cap Outdoors, we like to review the best of the best, and we're going to review everything possible and then select the product that we think is best. But we like to just dive in and understand each of these products, what their features are, what their benefits are. They all have slightly different form factors, and so we're just going to be looking at those. These happen to be the companies that we narrowed our list down to. So there are other bow vices out there, but these are the bow vices that we thought you should definitely be taking a look at. So we've lined them all up, finally got them all on platforms. We're going to be putting bows in these vices, and then we're going to try them out and just see how they work for us. You know, testing, like taking a quiver off, putting a quiver on the bow, maybe changing the sight, playing with the rest, whatever you may want to do on your bow. These vices should be able to hold it nice and tight. The BAP, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. That actually can be used for things, it was designed for use for things other than just bows, and so we'll go into that as well. But here you have it, folks. I hope you enjoy this review. I'm excited. How many times can you see all of these products at one time and get a sense for their pluses and minuses? So stay tuned, and we'll give you more as soon as we dive into these things. Okay, so I got all of the bow vices affixed to plywood. I've got a weight here to provide counterweight because I didn't want to bolt all these down to my actual bench. I just created a false bench, and with the counterweight we should be fine. This is the Easy Green by Last Chance Archery. This bow vise is fairly simple. It's a great bow vise for, say, a consumer that doesn't spend a tremendous amount of time on setup but wants something to be able to set their bow in, do the setup, get it in there nice and tight, take care of what they want, and very simple $99 bow vise. So what you do here, we're gonna set this in here like this. Just give you an idea of, it's important that you get these set up properly so the bow will not tip out of the bow vise. You want the knob on the bottom, these positioned so the center one's up high, and that'll keep the bow nice and secure. There is a lever on the back here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it allows us to move this all the way down. So I can bring it all the way down, make sure I have my counterweight, then I can work on my quiver, I can work on my sight, work on whatever I want right here. I'm gonna take care of the string, tie in, you can tie in your peep. You can also adjust right here, which allows us to bring the bow this way, or let's say we wanna bring it back up like this, and then take the bow down, tighten it right here, and then assuming you have your counterweight, you could work on it that way. So this thing allows you to also, if we loosen it off, you can push it in, pull it out. It's not affixed very tight, but it allows you to move the bow this way as well. It's a great little vise. Like I said, $99, can't go wrong. Very sturdy and very simple to use. I'm going to now cover the next bow vise, which is also from Last Chance Archery, and it's a little more involved. Okay, so we have another bow vise from Last Chance Archery, and you can see this is their Easy bow vise. It's kind of a black and brown. This thing can go any which way you can imagine. So given the hinge system here, the hinge here, the hinge here, amazing thing is you have all these hinges and one way to lock it in. And so it's very simple. I'm going to show you, let me see if I can get this set up right. So if you take your bow, and let's just shove the bow in here real quick. Sorry, it's blocking my face. We'll tighten that down that way. So you can kind of see how your bow sits in here. You can move this any direction you want. I've got a counterweight on this thing. So this thing can go way out, it can come in. There is a need at times to adjust these, and I'm not exactly sure how because it didn't come with the instructions when when this was delivered to me, but there's a ball joint on both sides here and then the hinge in the middle. This one lever controls everything, and so I don't know if it's putting hydraulic pressure, air pressure, or something, but if you get this out too far and you push it down, it wants to come down, and so there's something that you could tighten, I'm sure, and that would prevent that. But this is it's pretty amazing that you can put your bow in pretty much any position you want with the Easy from Last Chance, the Easy bow vise from Last Chance Archery. I'm not exactly sure how much this one is. It's going to be on our website. I think it's in the maybe $260. You can check the website or you can look online and you'll be able to see it. But anyway, pretty easy to use, has the same kind of setup as the Easy Green. You just turn this little dial and you can change the clamp, and so you can get your bow in there, and that works great for wide limb bows. So good job from Last Chance Archery. Okay, the next bow vise that I mounted up is the Versa Cradle wide limb from OMP. Now this bow vise is one of, I think, 4 that OMP makes. They also make one that's brand new that allows you to micro tune and micro adjust. That one I think is $359, $360. This one's $299. Very straightforward, very sturdy bow vise. I mean, this thing is solid. I'll show you. There's a little lever on the back here. Push that lever, you can move this in 360 degrees, this way, back this way. So, I mean, you can pretty much move this in any direction that you want. I love these ball joint bow vices because they're very simple. In this case, let's say we set it up like this, you've got a little dial here. So we're gonna throw the bow in and see if we can get this set up properly. Let's see, we throw it in here, tighten her down, and then if I wanted to, I could just rotate it around. I can move it this way, move it all the way down. If I want, I can bring it out so you can lay the bow on its side. So you can see here, holds it tight. If I wanted, bring it back up, just tighten it back down. Very simple bow vise, very straightforward. I love this thing. I think it would be a great addition to a bench. It's not too tall. You can actually, even when you're not using it, you can move it out of the way. So simple to add a bow or to put your bow on. It's actually a little different than some of the others that we've looked at. It only has the 1 piece here instead of 3 pieces. So it just goes in, normal clamp system. OMP, great job on this vise. I would definitely put this one on my bench. Thank you. Okay, this next bow vise that I have mounted up here is from Ram Products. I think this one runs around $199. Ram has a number of different vices that they put out on the market. This is a great vise because, as you'll see, it has a bubble here with a level, and you can use these dials right here to change the level. So if it's flat, you can actually, I can get this to be exactly level. So if I had my bow in a specific position, I can micro adjust these to get to where I'm at 100% level. There's also this dial here, allows you to move this, you can pull it all the way out if you wanted, allows you to rotate your bow, and then you can go this direction as well. So a lot of versatility with this. I'm gonna tighten this down here real quick and show you, like if we were to put the bow in here, tighten her down, get out of the way here. So I'm gonna put my counterweight. I didn't want to put all of these bow vices on my bench and bolt them down, so I just bolted them to the plywood. Anyway, we got that tightened down, and then you can loosen this off, move the bow in any direction you want. So you can put it all the way down here, tighten it down, or loosen this off, bring it up. You can bring it around. So, and if you have one position that you're sitting in and you want to have it have the bow right in front of you, it's a great bow vise. It's very sturdy, very easy to use. Only a couple things that you're really adjusting. Once you get your bow in, you're really just turning one knob, which is something I really like about some of these bow vices. And then of course you have these other knobs for the micro adjust. We have more details on the different bow vices that we've reviewed on our website, so go check that out. You get some information about warranty and other things like that on each of the vices. I've got one more bow vise to show you, so stay tuned. Okay, so this is the fifth and final bow vise that we are reviewing. This is a bow vise from Baker Archery Products, and you can see here the bow vise has you've got your clamp system here. It's a little different. It will work for a wide limb bow, but I'm going to show you the difference in this bow vise versus some of the others. You just easy dial. It has a lever here with a ball joint, so you can move this in any direction, which is nice. So everything on this happens with this one lever and the ball joint, and then once you get it in here, there is a micro adjust, and there's also a workstation table, so you can put your wrenches and stuff in here. This micro adjust just goes into so allows you to slowly move it up and down. That's the only direction that goes. And then you can move it up like this if you wanted. You could have your bow vise, if you wanted to get it out of your way so it's not in the way of the bench, you can put it this way as well. This bow vise I love, and I'm going to show you a couple things about this or at least one thing about this that makes it different than others. But one big difference is you don't put it on the limb. So here's essentially how you would mount it. Mount it to your grip of your bow, and then it's super sturdy even though it's tall. I've got give in this table that it's on, but it's basically as solid as it comes. And then if I want, all I do is just move this lever and put it in the direction that I want. If I'd like to, I can bring it all the way over here, or all the way back. I mean, you can bring it up this way. I mean, pretty much I'd have to look and see. Okay, there we go. So, I mean, you can move this in any direction, which is pretty amazing. The other thing about this is, let's say I get my bow all set up and dialed in, take my bow out. By the way, this thing will adjust probably 3 or 4 inches out, but I could also take a rifle, set my rifle in here, and let's say I wanted to clean it, wanted to mount a scope. You could do that, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have a level on it. I don't know if BAP actually makes one with a level, but you could actually put a level on the scope itself. Anyway, this is nice because you can use it for anything that would clamp in. And then let's say I just want to loosen that off, bring it down. If I'm going to be cleaning the gun and get it in different positions, this is something I can't even do with just my regular sled that I use for my guns. So Baker Archery products. These are all handmade, and I think this runs around $300. So you can get more information on their website. You can get more information on our website, on our detailed review where we stack up all these bow vices. It's been fun to check all these out. I'm gonna take this off here. Let's see if I can loosen that off and move it down. So this is the last of the vices we've reviewed. I love all of them. If I had to choose out of the 5, you know, I really like the BAP, I really like the RAM, and I like the OMP Versa cradle. I love the fact that they're so easy to use with one dial. Everything's there. You also have that with the EZ and the EZ Green. The EZ Green has a couple different adjusters to move it. The EZ, one knob, everything changes, everything can be adjusted, and then you can tighten it back up. Overall, if I had to choose one of them, I would choose the BAP. I think it's most versatile for me. It's sturdy, comes with the adjustments that I need. It allows me to use it for my rifle. There's other stuff that a pistol I could use it for. So there's a lot of different variables that go into a bow vise. All of these that I've shown you are top shelf. So any of them you'd be happy with if you bought it. And I hope this review's been useful. Please comment in the section below or go on our website, provide a comment. If you have any questions and we can answer those, we'd love to. So come visit us, Eagle Cap Outdoors, and we'd love to just share more information with you and watch for additional reviews. We've got a lot of reviews coming up here this year. Thank you.